Hello, we're going to explore the best that Portugal has to offer, the best that Portugal has to offer. I'm Winston Hartley. Over the past 30 years, I've traveled all about the globe, and today you'll need to grab your walking shoes because we're about to embark on a delightful journey through Lisbon, Porto, and Sintra. First stop, Lisbon. This city is older than your nan's fruitcake, predating London and Paris, and trust me, it's got the stories to prove it. Built on 7 hills, Lisbon's a workout disguised as a city tour, but don't worry if all that walking sounds like a right pain in the bum. You can always hop on one of their iconic trams. They're like little yellow roller coasters clinging to those hills for dear life. Now, you can't talk about Lisbon without mentioning the Great Lisbon Earthquake of 1755. It was a real Bobby Dazzler, shook the city to its core. But what did the Portuguese do? They rolled up their sleeves, dusted themselves off, and rebuilt the whole darn thing. The result? The stunning Pombaline downtown, a testament to their resilience and love for a good pastel de nata. Speaking of which, if you're in Lisbon, you have to try a pastel de Belém. These little custard tarts are legendary, and the queue outside the bakery is longer than a line for a One Direction concert. But trust me, it's worth the wait. And while you're stuffing your face with custard, be sure to explore the Alfama district. It's a maze of narrow streets and colourful houses, best explored on foot or by clinging onto tram 28 for dear life. And for a real taste of Portuguese culture, catch a live fado performance. It's their traditional folk music, full of soul and longing. A bit like my love life, really. Don't miss the Belém Tower, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that once guarded the entrance to the city's harbour. And just a stone's throw away, you'll find the Jerónimos Monastery, a stunning example of Manueline architecture. For a splash of modernity, head to the Lisbon Oceanarium, one of the largest indoor aquariums in the world. And if you're into impressive feats of engineering, the Vasco da Gama Bridge is a must-see. It's the longest bridge in Europe. As the sun sets, Lisbon's nightlife comes alive. From rooftop bars to fado houses, there's something for everyone. And don't forget to check out the vibrant street art scene. Lisbon's walls are a canvas for some of the world's best street artists. For foodies, the Time Out Market is a paradise. You can sample dishes from some of the city's best chefs, all under one roof. So, whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or just looking for a good time, Lisbon's got you covered. It's a city that truly has it all. Next up, we're off to Porto, the city that gave its name to a certain fortified wine. And let me tell you, after a day of exploring, a glass of port is just what the doctor ordered. But before we hit the bottle, let's talk about what makes Porto so special. First off, you've got the azulejos. These aren't some fancy Spanish tapas, oh no, we're talking about those beautiful ceramic tiles that adorn many of the buildings in Porto. They're like giant jigsaw puzzles telling stories through art. Keep an eye out, you might even spot one with my face on it. Now, bookworms, gather round, because Porto is home to Livraria Lello, one of the most beautiful bookshops in the world. Rumour has it J.K. Rowling herself drew inspiration from this place for Hogwarts' library. And let me tell you, the resemblance is uncanny. You half expect to see Harry and Ron browsing the shelves for a last-minute potion recipe. No trip to Porto would be complete without a stroll through the Ribeira district. This is where the city was born, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The colourful houses seem to tumble down to the Douro River, where you can catch a traditional Rebelo boat ride. Just try not to fall in after one too many glasses of port. And speaking of port, you can't leave Porto without visiting the port wine cellars in Gaia. Just across the river, you'll learn all about the history of this delicious nectar, and of course get to sample a few glasses. Cheers to that! Last but not least, we arrive in Sintra, the fairy tale escape of Portuguese royalty. Imagine a place where castles perch on hilltops shrouded in mist and gardens overflow with exotic plants. That's Sintra, my friends, and it's about as magical as it gets. They call Sintra the Garden of Portugal, and for good reason. The microclimate here is like something out of a gardening magazine, with lush greenery everywhere you look. It's so green you'd think leprechauns were hiding pots of gold at the end of every rainbow. Now, no trip to Sintra is complete without a visit to the Peña Palace. Picture this, a colourful palace perched atop a hill, looking like something out of a Disney movie. That's Peña Palace, and it's even more bonkers on the inside. We're talking clashing colours, secret passages, and enough turrets and towers to satisfy even the most demanding fairy tale enthusiast. But Sintra isn't all about palaces. Oh no. For a taste of something a little darker and more mysterious, head over to the Quinta da Regalera. This place is like stepping into a Dan Brown novel. We're talking secret societies, hidden symbols, and gardens full of grottos and waterfalls. Just watch out for the resident dragon, all right? And if you're feeling adventurous, lace up those hiking boots and head for the Sintra Cascais Natural Park. You'll be rewarded with stunning views of the coastline, rolling hills, and maybe even a glimpse of a unicorn or two. Okay, maybe not unicorns, but the views alone are worth the hike. And there you have it, folks. 3 incredible destinations in Portugal that are sure to leave you enchanted. From the historic streets of Lisbon to the port-soaked alleys of Porto and the fairy tale castles of Sintra, Portugal has something for everyone. So pack your bags, grab your sense of adventure, and get ready to fall in love with this charming corner of Europe. So grab your passport, pack your bags, and we'll see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please like and subscribe to explore more beautiful destinations.